Into the pits comes the Red Bull and the McLaren. But the Williams does hold up the Red Bull, it looks like. We'll go back to the top three battle as the Mercedes has pit, I think. Or, no. Don't know what's happened here. But see, the dealer is on medium, so these must have pitted. DK Phantom though is holding up that Ferrari. Gonna see if we can get the move done here. Yep, gets that done comfortably. But here comes the Mercedes. The Mercedes gonna go for the move. Go out braking, but I don't think he's gonna be close enough. See this battle between the Mercedes. He's going to go for the outside. That was never really on, to be honest. Just looking in case he defends. This is what's going to hurt the Mercedes, being stuck behind the Ferrari, ruining those softs. He needs free air just to run away a little bit, but he's not going to get that. Revic running P3 has had a successful race so far. See if there's battles elsewhere. Nobody else is really close to each other. But we've got Gareth versus Rubbernecker. I think we've got Rubbernecker on a fresh set of mediums versus Gareth on an Alta. It's all 3 wide, that's close. We've got an absolute train of cars here. We've got Michael Booker getting involved. Gonna watch this battle again. See what else can happen with this battle. The Williams drivers have been very successful day. I think he's out on a fresh set of softs at the moment. Don't know though. As Gareth comes into the pitch from P13. Is it going to be a move on for a Toro Rosso though, because Williams does have DRS, but it has a lack of straight line speed. Oh, that was a long way back. That was, ooh. It was round the outside though. Anthony Waddington round the outside. This man's skill is ridiculous. Michael Booker getting involved though, for the first time we've seen him this race. I don't know if he's pitted yet. Don't think he has. He might be trying to make a soft hard strategy work if that is available to him. Further up the field though, let's go back to the front runners as they are switching position. There goes the Merc. Is he going to get a good enough exit? Callum is quite far up the road. Mercedes cannot get it done on the Ferrari. There's the Ferrari, goes way wide, out braking himself. Here comes the Mercedes having a look. As Callum is pulling the gap away whilst these two are battling. This is ideal for Callum at the moment. We can see we've got a yellow flag in sector 1 and 2. What could this be for? No idea. Here comes the Mercedes again, using all of those tyres. going to check quick for see who's done the fastest lap. As of yet, no, can't see it at the moment. But Callum is the longest runner in front of Telfie by a lap, 20 laps on mediums, and is extending the gap whilst fighting is going on. As there's a change for the midfield battle as people are hitting the centre. Out the pits goes the two Hasses. As we've got Joe Newman versus Telfie. See what they can do now. But here goes Snake, I think. He's catching right up to the back of the Ferrari. There he goes, the Ferrari makes a mistake. He's not going to go around the outside, but he's going to wait for the switchback. Here it goes. He's going to go all the way around the outside. Doesn't go for the dummy. But the Ferrari fights back, and they're going to push each other wide as Kenzie Retro leaves the session. Here comes a Ferrari. Really, Padilla needs to stay within DRS distance to be able to do anything and hinder the Mercedes, as Callum's pulled the gap out to a further 19.7 seconds from 17.9 seconds. So he's extending the gap as these two battle again. Callum is going to be loving this, as with DRS goes through the Ferrari. But is he going to have enough of a good exit? Don't know. No, that's not going to be enough. But Mercedes does have a lot more traction. We've got, on a fresh set of softs, we've got Ultimate Arrow running pretty much on his own, leading the midfield. Good outing for Toro Rosso today. See if there's any other battles up and down the field. We've got Captain Punch versus Nardo Dan. Nardo Dan showed really good pace all weekend, so we'll see if the Red Bull can pass him. But we'll have to see that at a further date, because we've got a battle between these. And we've got Gareth running in a lonely P90. Callum's nearly extended the gap to 20 seconds. Here comes the Mercedes. He's going to have to go the long way around if he wants to make the move stick this time. But he's going to back out of it and go for the switchback, which isn't going to work on this occasion. Here comes the Mercedes again. Is he close enough? As the Ferrari and the Mercedes make slight contact. Is he going to keep around the outside? Yes, he does. And he has finally got past the Ferrari, whilst Callum has a gap of 20.7 seconds. This would be a prime time for Callum to come into the pits, but he's going to make those mediums go a lot further. As we'll go back to the battle for third place and second place. As Anthony Waddington finally gets past. Oh, and they're switching positions. We'll go back down the field. Both on the medium compound tyres. We're getting there. Go back to the front. This is going to be a move. That is a long way back. Try. It's going to think wiser to it. But Mercedes does have the traction, but here comes a Ferrari again. Straight back pass maybe? Yep, straight back pass for the Ferrari. Mercedes has just undone all of that work again. So Callum, the gap has dropped by about half a second again, so Callum's tyre wear is starting to show. Is he going to come in? No, he's going to stay out for another lap. Callum's going to really make these mediums go a long way. Got yellow flag in sector 1 for some reason. Oh, we had George Klatzer off. George Klatzer's having a nightmare of a race. He had a brilliant qualifying, but a nightmare race. Front wing off in the stadium section, and now this. Here comes the Mercedes again. Is he going to give him the dummy? No, he's going to go around the outside. No dummies today, surprisingly. Around the outside, are they going to touch? No. Is that Ferrari back up the inside? Yes, he is. The mate leaves him room, but the mate gets it done again. Ferrari's too far back this time. See if there's any battles further back. The field's quite spread out, but here comes the Red Bull on the Renault. This should be an easy overtake. Softs versus mediums. And through the Ferraris all over the back of the Mercedes on softs. Callum will be absolutely laughing his way to the bank. Callum is going for this. Callum 25 laps on mediums. And the gap is over 20 seconds now as the two behind are still battling. Callum will be watching the gap, knowing when to pit when the gap starts dramatically falling, but as of yet these two are being relentless and not working together. Here he goes again. We've seen this before, make contact through the first couple of corners, giving the Ferrari a nudge. I think that Mercedes is going to be too far back for now, as Callum is pulling that gap as hard as he can. Callum has got back markers. Callum's got back markers. Callum's going to come up to these back markers and he's going to have to see how he can carve his way through them. He's going to stay out again, because the gap is staying exactly the same, but they are still fighting for P2. But this is going to be ruining the Mercedes' strategy at the moment, because the mech needs to get past that Ferrari. Is he going to be able to down this straight? We will soon find out. Pulls out around the outside again. Is he going to be able to do it? Right round the outside, the long way, but Ferrari stays there. But Ferrari can't hold on for that long, but he has DRS, but it's a Ferrari. Look at the straight line speed of that Ferrari. Is he going to be able to come back at him? He does send one down the inside, but they're giving each other room, so it doesn't matter. He's going to make him go the long way around again. Mercedes forcing the Ferrari the long way around. That Ferrari is relentless. But Callum has took another 1.5 seconds in the gap, so Callum is just pulling away. I think the gap when it first came out was either 17 or 19 seconds when they first came out of the pits. I think it was something like 17.9, but it's just growing because of the battle, and Callum's got clean air. He's on softs, but it is showing the medium, to be fair. I can confirm he is on softs from the off-board. Unless it's some sort of glitch, he is on softs on my screen, and from the exits the Mercedes has been getting, I presume he is on soft. as the Ferrari is through again. I'm gonna go and see this. I'm gonna go further down the field where there is not really any battles other than this one, but it's a nice DRS train. Got Mercedes running in P12. The Rubinecker versus Waddington is again. There's a Renault all over the back of the Williams. Williams is doing really well, to be fair. Did have a really punchy first laps, as Michael Booker has made the softs go 18 laps. Here comes the Renault. Should be an easy overtake on the Williams. Williams won't fight that, you would think, which he doesn't. And that's that move done. But here's a three-way battle for 9th, 10th and 11th. But we're going to go back up the grid to watch the Mercedes and the Ferrari still squabbling. The gap is nearly 22 seconds to come. Pushes him on the grass a little bit, but running 0 ERS. Well, we'll see what happens. We're too far back on this occasion. Right, let's go back to this battle for 9th. EK Sam versus Captain Crunch, but EK Sam nearly goes into the pits. He's on 12 lap old soft, so he shouldn't be pitting just yet. And there goes that Haas in a straight line. Whilst Dean is closing in, but not at the rate he needs to be so far. As the Renault jumps that curb a little bit. As the Red Bull surprisingly doesn't have DRS. We'll go back to the battle for 2nd place as we're coming out the last corner. After this straight, we're going to go back to Mado Dan, who's trying, but he's too far back on this occasion. But Callum comes out just in front on softs. This is what Callum needs, some free air. Mercedes of Snake Hips is getting desperate to catch Callum now. But here comes the Ferrari. The Ferraris are just going to be helping each other out here. But look at Callum, he's on fresh softs. He should really just waltz away on fresh softs right now. But as Gareth pulls out the way, but is Gareth going to be in the way as they're going side by side again? It's too close to call. As the Mercedes makes a mistake and runs deep, but is a Ferrari going to be able to do the move around the outside versus a Caroline Sauce? Oh, nearly contact. We've got a yellow flag for Sector 1. What could this be? Absolutely nothing as usual, thank you game. Right. So we've got the Ferraris going through the pack. But look at Callum just pull away with the free air and fresh softs. There comes the Mercedes around the outside, but the Ferrari is gonna make that corner wide. Nearly contact, nearly got a pulled over car there of, I think that's Captain Crunch, who's retired from the race, couldn't capture that incident. But we're going to go back to the midfield battle with Dean. Dean goes around Dan as we're going too wide down the straight everywhere with everybody. As Dean pushes the Renault onto the curb. Bit of Mercedes shoving action there, but not made contact, so it is fair. But the Mercedes runs deep. Can Dan come back? I think Dan isn't going to be able to keep with the soft running Mercedes, but the Mercedes is going to be looking to dispatch of Telfi and Sam as soon as possible. Back to the battle for second place. We're going to go back to Dean actually because he has closed. Telfi's making mistakes. Is he going to get switched back? Yes, he does. But he runs very wide. Here comes Dan on Telfi. Telfi runs deep, but everybody in the chat's rooted for Dan. That's not going to happen. We're going to go back to this fight. Dan can get a good enough exit. Hope and pray that Telfi isn't in the DRS. But we think that he is. Yeah, he is. Both in DRS, but here comes Dan. Dan down the straight. Is he going to make a move? He gives him a little bit of a dummy to the left and then to the right. Straight past. Is that Renault fast enough? Telfi runs way deep. But Dan and Telfi make contact. Is there any front wing loss because of that? No. Red Bull getting the elbows out with the Renault at this moment. Go back to the fight up here. We'll go back to Dan. Dan versus Telfi. This is a fight. Telfi does not want to give up that last point scoring position today. He's on 31 lap old mediums, while Dan is on 11 lap old mediums, so nearly from the start Telfi's been going, so we're gonna see what happens. Down the main straight go the first two. Mercedes gonna have ERS and ERS. Oh, he goes round the outside. Is he going to be able to make it stick? Not on this occasion. Once again, the Ferrari, and Callum has pulled away by nearly 11 seconds. This is what the Ferrari and the Mercedes are doing to themselves, battling. But you can see how much more grip that Mercedes has. We're going to go back to the fight with Joe Newman and Revic, as that gets a bit tasty. Running deep there a little bit was CP Diller, and here we're going to go. Is he going to be able to make the move stick? Callum is just off into the distance. There comes Mercedes around the outside again. But the Ferrari's gonna... Oh, is there gonna be contact? No. But the inside goes a Ferrari, but the Mercedes, and there's contact. That was big contact on the rear wheel of the Mercedes and front wing of the Ferrari. But there is no damage. Here's the battle for fourth. But that is a back-marked Michael, I would presume. Yes. We'll go back up here. Got a yellow flag. What was that battle? Battle between Anthony Waddington and Joe Newman is still going. See if Joe can do the move. Here comes Joe. Yeah, and he goes through whilst one of the Red Bulls has left. No, that is a Haas of Krusty. There is George, who had a terrible race. There's yellow flags in sector 1 for some reason. As Ultimate Arrow is in second on 15 lap old. As both of the second and third running cars come into the pits for fresh softs, which is their second stop, I think, and we're only halfway through this race. But there is a safety car, that's why. whether they're going to be able to overtake the safety car. So we have a safety car for some reason. Let's see if we can find the reason. I think it'll be the retirement of Krusty Clown. I don't know what happened there. Just getting out the pits before the McLaren is Dean though, on a fresh set of softs. So Dean is going to be charging from now on. What tyres is Nardo Dan on? It looks like 14 lap old mediums. Some people are missing the opportunity to get a free pit stop here, which Dan has just made that mistake of not getting a free pit stop. But the Mercedes of Joe has got new tyres, and Callum pits for fresh softs. So does Ultimate Arrow. Snake goes by, and so does the Ferrari. Fresh softs for McLaren, even though on the time it's the same mediums. Dan's going to come in now. Dan's going to stay out again. He doesn't want the free pit stop. See where the safety car is. Alan's caught the safety car, but I think Michael Butlers or Joe Newman are going to be able to overtake the safety car and come back around again. But the Williams of Arrow 55 is behind Callum, but he's going to have to overtake the safety car, I would presume. One thing I can't believe is that Nardo Dan has not hit fresh tyres. He would only come out behind the Mercedes on fresh softs, though they would have both fresh softs. But Dan wants to continue on 16 lap old mediums. See if his risk is going to reward him. He's going to have to perform the Ferrari strategy, if you know what I mean. Any requests from the comments at the minute, feel free. If you want to check on any of your favourite drivers. We've got RevKick gone on to fresh mediums. A lot of people have pitted, but Callum's going to start warming his tyres up, as this is the actual order, but there is the Williams behind the safety car for some reason, although he should really have overtaken the safety car and gone back around, presumably. So is the Williams going to hinder Snake Hips? McLaren running 4th on fresh softs though. Great job from GK Phantom. We'll just see where he came from. Most stops of the race so far is EK Sam with 4 stops, closely followed by Dean with 3. GK Phantom gone up 4 positions off the start, whilst we have the Ferrari of CP Dilla is in for some reason, even though he's only on 3 lap old. softs. I think he's going to go for a free pit stop and try and hang it out on the mediums. That is the biggest risk of this race I have seen. But the Williams is really messing up this front pile now. There goes the lead then, says cookies for Callum. I don't know yet because the other Ferrari, his teammate, has pitted and Callum does have 1 lap fresher tyres than Dean, so in my opinion he should have this. Not Dean. Oh my god, it's Snake. He's been in the pits this lap as well. These guys have come into the pits so late under the safety car. I don't understand the method of their thinking, but we'll see at the end of the race. So, GK Phantom on a fresh set of soft tyres has been given P2. So has Ultimate Arrow. On the soft compounded tyre has been given P3. But this is ridiculous as people are hitting each other on the safety car. I think the safety car is going to be in this lap because Callum is backing up the field. We are about to be ready to go racing again. When is Callum going to bolt is the question, because the McLaren is all over the back of him. When is Callum going to bolt? Callum goes now. There goes Callum across the start-finish line. With the Toro Rosso's closing on the McLaren though. Blue flags for the Williams to get the hell out of the way. Is that going to be a lunge? Yeah, it's nearly contact into turn 1, but he just holds it. As Callum is starting to make progress, he's already pulled out nearly a second gap. Here comes the Toro Rosso of Ultimate Arrow, who has shown brilliant pace all race. He's going to try and follow Callum. There goes Ultimate Arrow trying for P2. Ultimate Arrow is through on the McLaren. And here is Dean and Nardo down, struggling on those 18 lap old tyres. Why didn't he get 3 pit stops? What will Colin's champion's position be after this race? You'd have to check that on the TOTD website at the minute, as I can't check right now. But once it settles down, I will check at the championship standings. Don't you worry about that, Callum's uncle. But he should definitely be on the move. 1.9 second gap to Callum already, but Ultimate Arrow isn't dropping as much as Callum probably thought. That Toro Rosso is flying today, but here comes Dean with a straight line speed. The Mercedes goes past. Dean is onto the podium. This is a brilliant race from Dean so far. Let's check on the previous. CP Dilla's slipped to 13th. But Snake Hips is in 10th, but he's getting held up by the midfield battle a lot. Is he going to try and make a difference? There goes EK Sam. What a lunge, there is contact, but it is only minor. Minor contact between the McLaren and we're going to see Nardo down struggling on the mediums. I don't know what the method of his thinking with the strategy is on that, but I'll leave that up for him to decide. But here comes the Mercedes hunting down the Toro Rosso. Callum's pulling away by 2.6 seconds at the minute. So we're going to have a look. Telfie is only 3 tenths behind Nardo Dan. Nardo Dan will be struggling like hell on those mediums. But behind Nardo Dan, here comes EK Sam. EK Sam is going to be going for the move as well, but Nardo Dan has the most ERS. Here comes the move from Telfie, but here comes the move from Sam. 3 wide into turn 1, 4 wide into turn 1. 4 wide into turn 1. Telfie goes round the outside 2 of them. Is he going to get all 3? There's contact between EK Sam and Telfie, the Mercedes of Snake. He's trying to go around the outside, which isn't going to work. He's going to go around the outside here, though. He should get the move done with that Mercedes power plant, but is there going to be contact? No. 4 wide into turn 1. So this battle is heating up, but here comes Dean. Dean's trying to get Ultimate Arrow. That straight line speed of the Mercedes is ridiculous, but he's using a lot of ERS. We've got to remember an Ultimate Arrow has less ERS at the moment. So we've got Callum in the lead. We've got Callum, Ultimate Arrow, Dean, GK Phantom, Joe Newman in 5th. What a drive from Joe Newman so far. We've got EK Sam 6th. Snake in 7th, struggling on his new softs, which the strategy is just, I don't see this one, but hopefully he'll prove me wrong. There he goes on the Haas. Haas has no match for the Mercedes in a straight line, but he's going too wide into turn 1. Here comes Dean, has made the move on the Toro Rosso and is going to start trying to hunt Callum down. Here's the battle for 4th. Is Joe going to be able to make the move stick as GK goes really deep? Come on, Joe. And Joe's through. Joe goes through. Is it going to be contact? No, Joe goes out to 4th. Brilliant racing from Joe, but all over the back of GK Phantom is going to be the man on the move. Is Snake Hips. He's going to go round the outside. No, he's not. He's going to wait for the switchback. Wait for the run. He's going to go into overtake. The Mercedes is going to make the move here. Is he going to make it stick though? Is he going to run deep? He runs. No, he's all good. But here comes EK Sam. We've got yellow flag in sector 2. I don't know what that's for, but let's see if there is DRS. Yellow flag in sector 3. Ultimate Arrow is going to want to get the podium to show what he can do, because obviously we've had the new rule of the contract, so Ultimate Arrow, the new person on the block, is going to want to prove himself in this race. But the Mercedes isn't catching at a rapid rate, not so far. But EK Sam's looking to get 5th off Joe Newman. He will be within DRS most probably. But again, the battle behind. Pulling off is Nardo down. But he's going to hold up George Claxo. So, we're going to see what happens here. George should fly past Nardo down with DRS. But here is the struggling Ferrari of C. Padilla. We're going to see if once everybody else is pitted, we can see the method to the madness. But we've got to remember, Callum only went something like 26 or 7 laps on his mediums. Can he extend his strategy to something more like 32, 33? I don't know if you're going to be able to extend the mediums that far. Any other battles on track? That'll be a big no. There's a battle for Joe Newman and EK Sam, battle for 5th. Joe Newman has a really bad entry to that corner. He runs a little bit deep there. EK Sam is all over the back of Joe Newman. He goes deep there again. to see if the Haas can make the move on Joe Newman. Going to see if he's going to go for it. He's closing, he's going to make him go around the outside. But Joe Newman is going to hang on for the time being. That is jumping the curb by a big time. But whoa, what an exit by EK Sam. Here comes EK Sam. EK Sam up the inside. He's going to have the inside line. Is he going to push him wide? Yeah. Got a 5-second penalty for the Williams for ignoring blue flags. Called that one. Joe Newman's trying to fight back, but he has got 2 lap older tyres than EK Sam, and EK Sam, you can just see the confidence EK Sam has in that Haas. He's starting to pull a little bit away. But here comes GK Phantom and Telfy are on the scene to pick up the pieces. See, Ultimate Arrow only 1.6 seconds off of the Mercedes of Dean, and Dean hasn't really closed the gap, or he hasn't really lost any time to Sam. So, but here comes Joe up the inside, gives him the fake, goes straight through. That should be a clean make, but he runs deep, and that's a mistake from Joe Newman. But he's going to get a better exit. No, he gets a lot of wheel spin. I think that's going to compromise his exit by a lot. Look at how quick though that Racing Point is catching, but EK Sam is wise to it. Is Joe going to be able to get a switch back? No, not in this case. But here comes Telfy and GK Phantom. Telfy makes a move on GK Phantom. Telfy is on the move. Let's see what Telfy can do. Telfy's just watching the squabble in front. There we go. Oh my god, it's Snake Hips has took a second out of Ultimate Arrow so far, and Ultimate Arrow is dropping. What a lunge from Telfy. That'll have to be hand the position back from Telfy. That's clean from Telfy. That's what we like to see. Runs deep and owns up and puts his hands for it. Brilliant racing from Telfy. But that has allowed GK Phantom onto the back, but the Ferrari is onto the back of GK Phantom. There goes the Ferrari. And that is that move done. But once again, Joe Newman is being absolutely relentless. Putting it in overtake. Is he going to be able to make the move? He's going to have to go the long way around if he wants to make it on this occasion. Is he going to get the switch back on EK Sam? They nearly make contact. Nearly make contact again. But Joe has got the inside line. Is he going to be able to push him out wide? Joe pushes him out wide, they make slight contact, but here comes Telfy. Telfy round the outside of EK Sam. EK Sam's going to hang in there, the bang wheels. But Telfy did have the right to that corner being in front, so Telfy is going to continue. That is fair racing for Telfy because he was in front going into the corner. So Telfy showing amazing pace in the later stages of the race. Look at Joe Newman, he's all over the place under the brakes. But GK Phantom's on the case. There go these three. What's going to happen here? There they go. I don't think there's going to be any moves here. Other than... Is the Ferrari going to make the move? That would be a long way back, but he is going to make it. Is he going to go for it? Doesn't run deep. What a move from the Ferrari. Ferrari is up into 8. But here we go. Dean. Ultimate Arrows caught and passed Dean. Telfy's up into 5th, meanwhile, goes around the outside of Joe Newman. Joe Newman gets a switch back. What a move from Joe Newman. If he can make it hang in there. The wheel banging. Here comes EK Sam. EK Sam's going to think, I'm going to have you for what you did the lap before. Here comes Telfy. EK Sam's all over the back of Telfy. Is he going to get Telfy? No, not on this occasion. What an absolute battle for fifth place actually. Oh, here goes Telfy again. Is he gonna make this stick this time? No, he's too slow. Here comes EK Sam taking advantage to make contact with the Force India. So does the Red Bull. Red Bull's on the inside, but EK Sam gets that. But Telfy's nearly round. What a save from Telfy. That was brilliant driving. There goes Telfy. Telfy runs deep again. Telfy is having a nightmare on brakes this race. He cannot get that Red Bull stopped and he loses a place to Phantom again. All that work that Telfy's just done has just come undone. Meanwhile, we've got the two Renaults closing in on this battle. But here we go. We've got the Mercedes on the back of Ultimate Arrow. Here comes Snake Hips. Whilst Callum out in the lead. We're not really seeing much Callum this race, but that's because he's that fast. And here comes Snake Hips. He's going to wait until straight, make it sensible. But here comes a Ferrari on EK Sam. And he's jumping all over. Epic save from Scott Benson. This could be his brilliant save. Here comes EK Sam all over Joe Newman. Joe Newman is defending for his life, but EK Sam goes into the pits. We're going to see him go on to mediums, I would think, because the mediums will go the distance. Decides to go for the early pit stop. Here comes a Ferrari on Joe Newman though. It has DRS, 209 miles an hour, 210. Is he going to make the lunge? No, it's too far back on this occasion. Joe Newman gets an absolute shocking exit on that corner, but is the Ferrari going to be able to take advantage? Look at the straight line of the racing point. That Ferrari is swarming all over the back of Joe Newman, but Joe isn't having it. GK Phantom's going to get involved, so's Telfy. Here comes McLaren. Look at the McLaren closing. Joe Newman is backing that Ferrari into the McLaren on purpose, I can think. So, take the heat off him himself. This is for position though, so there's nothing that can be said. Oh, as the Ferrari punts Joe on braking, outbrakes himself a little bit then. But there is no front wing damage. But Joe Newman gets such a good drive with the softs that Ferrari really can't do anything about it. We'll go back to Ultimate Arrow. Oh, Ultimate Arrow and Dean make contact. I'll have to plug my controller in so Mike will go dead for a second, pre-warning. Look at Dean is all over the place. Here comes GK Phantom and Telfy. We've got a four-way battle about to be a five-way battle. Here comes a Ferrari. It's going to be too far back on this occasion. But Joe and the Ferrari make contact. Joe is holding CP Diller for as long as he possibly can. He's going to try and ruin those mediums in the DRS. Try and cut the Ferrari's tyres. But the Ferrari's too close on this occasion. But the straight line speed of that racing point today. Is Joe going to try and hang it out? No, because GK Phantom makes contact with the back of Joe. But Joe should have a straight line because the Ferrari has no ERS at all, nearly. I think Joe's going to start falling back because Joe's pace isn't looking the best at the moment. But that's a sterling effort for him to keep the Ferrari off for that many laps. Meanwhile, we've got a battle with EK Sam and Nada Dan, but that's not really a battle at the moment. Here comes GK Phantom on the same length old softs, 17 laps on softs. Oh, he's on mediums actually. Right, timing is lying to me as usual. Telfie goes deep there though. Here comes Joe into the pits, responds to the... I can't remember who it was now. But out comes the pits. Ultimate Arrow is going to be going to the end on this set of softs if he doesn't crash. So we've got Waddington and Ultimate Arrow in P8 and 9. Ferrari's starting to pull away, but 18 seconds the Ferrari has cost itself by battling. But Mercedes are having a great day at the office because I don't think Snake Hips is going to be able to hold off. But actually no, it's Snake Hips, that's fine. But here comes Callum lapping once again the abandoned racing point, shall we say. Look at how much that Ferrari has pulled away from the McLaren. But here comes Ultimate Arrow as Telfie dives in the pits and responds. George Klatzer having a brilliant comeback from knocking his wing off and dropping down to pretty much, I'd say 13th I think he was, or 12th or something like that. So what a recovery drive from the Renault driver. But the Mercedes of Snake has started to pull away again. So, well, I don't... Ferrari's going to have to catch him by at least 1.3 seconds a lap to catch the Mercedes. But the Mercedes is going to have to pit, but could the Ferrari go to the end for a podium? That is the $1 million question. Can he go for 16 more laps on 16 lap old tyres? The tyres will go the length, I would say, but they will be screaming. So he's got to make the choice. Does he want to pit and go for it, or is he going to stay out like he is? But here's a battle. Dean gets passed by Ultimate Arrow, who's jumped him in the pits with an undercut. Ultimate Arrow with an undercut in the pits 2 laps earlier, been flying on the softs with so much more pace than the medium or very old soft runners. So Ultimate Arrow for a top 5 finish. Place your bets, commentator's curse, maybe. But the Mercedes is all over the back of him again. We'll go back down to the battle for... Here they go. Ooh. Oh, they make contact and EK Sam's around. Don't know who was at fault there. It did look just like a racing incident. I don't think Telfie could have really turned in any later than he did. That must have damaged the Haas. The Haas is missing a left-hand end plate. The Haas has wing damage. That will be a killer for EK Sam. There's no damage to the Red Bull, but the Red Bull is closing on Nardo down for 9th on 14 lap fresher softs than Nardo Dan's mediums. So we're going to keep going with this now. Let's get some predictions in the chat for a podium. Do we think the Ferrari can hang on for a podium, or will Dean be able to get past him? Let's play some bets in the chat to see what's going to happen. But all there's contact there between the Mercedes. Mercedes going to try to go the long way around. It ain't going to work this time. I think the Ferrari's going to be playing the long game at this point. Contact again. But here comes Ultimate Arrow. I hope the Ferrari holds off the Merc, says Cookie. I think the most wanted person for me to get on the podium would be Ultimate Arrow. What a drive. Onto the grass goes the Mercedes. And around goes the Ferrari. Makes contact with the back of the Merc. He just couldn't get it stopped in time. He's in the middle of the track. He's losing places left, right and centre. Commentator's curse for the Ferrari, unfortunately. But into a podium spot goes Ultimate Arrow. Ferrari has had a shocker there, but Ultimate Arrow will be laughing now, trying to get the podium in the Toro Rosso, but he does have a Mercedes hunting him down of Snake Hips. Can he hold on for 14 laps? Cookie says, I messed that up though. Bit of a curse there for the Ferrari. The Ferrari of... Does he have any wing damage? Because that was quite a knock. Not from where I'm seeing, no. But that was just... it looked like a racing incident. I think it looked like there was plenty of room, but the Ferrari just looked like it couldn't get stopped in time. That's what happens with close racing. We saw him go lap to lap for about 20 laps, but that's what happens. So Callum, 15 seconds is the lead, but Snake Hips has just taken a second on that last lap out of Ultimate Arrow. Can Ultimate Arrow hang on for the podium? We're all rooting for the Toro Rosso. Got Snake Hips in 4th. He's took another 4 attempts out of him just then. 3-second time penalty for Dean, which he's not going to be happy about, because then he would, at this rate, he is going to fall down places on the podium if he can't pull something out of the bag. So we are going to see. This is going to be dramatic. But Callum, once again, another amazing driver. Snake Hips sets the fastest lap of 1:16.888. He's doing quali laps to catch the Toro Rosso. He just took, on that last lap alone, he took 2 seconds out of the Toro Rosso. Here comes the Mercedes. That Mercedes is being thrown around. Back marker is Lamborn, I do believe. Oh my god, Glamborn pulls in front of the Mercedes when the Mercedes want to go up the inside. The Mercedes has lost the front wing. Back marker versus the Mercedes, what was that? Lamborn just moved over when he thought the Mercedes was further back. Gareth, I think he'll really get a penalty for that, if not definitely. So Ultimate Arrow was pulled away again because the Mercedes has lost its front wing end plate. You can see it here, that front right end plate on the Mercedes is gone, so Ultimate Arrow He's on for a podium again, if he can get it done, and he doesn't have many. But PK Callum is in another league today with a strategy. Probably had Ben on the strategy saying you need to go long. Toro Rosso of Ultimate Arrow though. But to be fair, Snake has just took 4 attempts out of him on the straight again and he's still going. I don't think he's going to pit. As George Klatzer goes to 5th. He dropped out of the top 10 when he outbraked himself and lost his front wing into the stadium section. So what a recovery drive. He got the Ferrari that's still going from the spin. He has recovered to 6th. I think he dropped to 9th. As Telfie's still going. Fastest lap, PK Callum. PK Callum were 1:16.657, I think that was. Only just taking the fastest lap from Snake. Oh, that's you then, Ben, in the chat. Didn't know that, but fair enough. So Callum, the gap has grown another 2 seconds in the past couple of laps. But the Mercedes is still hunting down the Toro Rosso, but I think when he actually gets to him, he's not going to give that place up easily. Go back to Callum, come through the stadium section. Yep, sorry about that, Ben. I didn't know it was you in the chat because I didn't see the lawless between your name, but I should have saw that. Telfie with a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. But here comes that Mercedes. He's trying his hardest with no end plate. We're going to go further down the field to Telfie. Telfie has just overtaken Anthony Waddington because he has softs that have only done 7 laps and he should pull away now if he doesn't battle with DRS. But here's GK Phantom. Joe, don't know what happened to Joe. He was in 5th at one point. He might have been involved in an incident, or I think, yeah, 8 lap old mediums. He's been into the pits. So George Klatzer though, 29 lap old mediums or softs he's on for me, so I don't know. He's been in for softs at some point, I think. I don't know how old his softs are. But Gareth moves out the way without taking anyone's front wing off this time, thankfully. But the Mercedes is hunting down Ultimate Arrow. Here he comes. We've got yellow flag in sector 2. Don't know what that is about. .2 seconds is the gap between the Mercedes and the Toro Rosso. Look at that Merc reeling the... Look at the understeer out of that corner, Jesus. But Ultimate Arrow is trying his hardest. Toro Rosso obviously struggling to keep the pace up with 4 lap older tyres, which will be making that Mercedes fly. We're into the last 8 laps of this Mexican Grand Prix. Healthy actually catching the Ferrari because he is on pressure soft. So Telfi, if he could overtake the Ferrari and then catch up to the Renault, could be looking for a top 5 finish. Waddington 8th, Nardo down 9th, but Nardo down on pressure softs is all over the back of him. GK Sam versus GK Phantom. Can Nardo down pass Anthony Waddington? He's going to go for that, I think. No, he's not. He's going to back out of it. I think smart and wait. Anthony Waddington is holding on for the time being, but here we go. On the outside, Waddington says. But Renault isn't going to make it. Whoa, off the track we've got the Alfa Romeo or Lambo. Moving out of the way. Joe Newman versus GK Phantom. Oh no, Rubbernecker actually versus Joe Newman. Joe Newman lets him go for... I think he's got more pace. Strange to see him let him go. Ultimate arrow has been passed by the Mercedes. There goes the Ferrari. Ferrari has got past George Klatzer, but Telfi should follow. Dean has got another 3-second penalty. That's more penalties for Dean, I think. So at this rate, it's going to be close. Healthy though, struggling to get past George Klatzer at the minute. Any other battles on the circuit? No. Field's spread out quite a bit to be fair, but also look at Ultimate Arrow, he's pushing. Healthy has got past George Klatzer. And the Renault is hunting down his teammate. Nardo Dan is coming for George Klatzer. Here comes Anthony Waddington on Nardo Dan as well though. But he's on 29 lap old mediums. Got a yellow flag. Into the pits comes one of the racing points of Joe Newman. Don't know what the yellow flag is for. That is a risky game that Ultimate Arrow is doing well to keep within the distance, but he has lost the RS now. Telfi in P6, that's a fight back drive, but Nardo Dan is hunting his teammate. Here's the fight for ninth between GK Phantom and Anthony Waddington. And there is contact as Michael Booker leaves the session for the third or fourth time today. See if we've got any battles anywhere else on track. This is the closest battle. Got yellow flag in sector 3. Even though nobody is in sector 3. On to lap 69. 2 laps remaining for our leader by 23 seconds. Ultimate Arrow though, keeping the gap within 2 seconds at the moment. As Michael Booker rejoins the session. A yellow flag in sector 3. Callum officially has the length of the pit straight. No idea what the yellow flag in sector 3 is for. But see, Gareth's coming back out the pits, but he has retired from the session, so his car has actually come back out from what I could see, so it should pull off anytime. Callum, the gap now 25 seconds. Ultimate Arrow is only losing a 10th or so every lap to Snake. But depending on if Snake has penalties, you could see Ultimate Arrow if he stays within the 3 seconds. Stay with him as Callum is on the final lap. And he is catching back markers of Rubeneka, Ike-san and yeah. Joe Newman though, once in 5th, now dropped to 13th on 2 lap old mediums. Michael Booker in 14th, not a good day for Racing Point. But very good day for Mercedes and Ferrari. Could have been better if the strategy was a little bit different for the sister Ferrari of C. Padilla, but that is to be known. But Ultimate Arrow, 2.6 seconds as Callum comes around. He dominated in Japan, now he dominates in Mexico. Callum wins in Mexico. Got Ultimate Arrow. Is he going to be able to stay within 3 seconds of the Mercedes though? This is what's going to tell. If the Mercedes has a penalty, which if I remember so, I think he's got at least one. No, he's not within 3 seconds. Let's see what happens. Oh, he is within 3 seconds again. Let's see where he finishes. Ultimate Arrow comes P3 on penalties. Top 3 on penalties. Ultimate Arrow in the Toro Rosso. Wow. We've got Driver of the Day. My vote for Driver of the Day. It's quite simple. Callum, yeah, he's dominated again, but I'm going to have to say Ultimate Arrow. Bringing a Toro Rosso on the podium in TOTD is special. And congrats to Callum for another dominant win. So let's get the top 3 in for interviews. Ultimate Arrow joins the party. Another dominant win for Ferrari. Okay, so we've got Callum and Ultimate Arrow in. If you could allow your audio to be shared, boys, that would be great. Could somebody invite the Mercedes? That'd be great. Of Snake Hips. Need to get the mech in the party, so we can take a screenshot real quick of this. Okay. Alright. Dean. And we have got Snake Hips in the party. Right, boys, if you could all allow your audio to be shared and then tell me once you have done so, that would be great.
I think mine should be working.
Yeah, let's just wait for it to hear you in the stream. Allow your audio to be shared and then tell me once you have done so, that would be great. Right, we'll start with Ultimate Arrow, the Toro Rosso driver. I mean, wow. You tell me what happened, mate. I couldn't keep track.
I think because we obviously had the restart, and
Yep.
I got hit into the first corner. I think I wiped out a Ferrari, and then I got spun, and yeah, I was actually quite happy that it got restarted. But I avoided everything on the first lap and just made it through and just car through the pack. I think
Yeah,
the safety car helped me a lot as well.
yeah, definitely. We were saying up here in the commentary box, staying within the 3 seconds of Dean was critical there because of the penalties.
I think Dean had like 15 seconds, I think, something like that.
Yeah, Dean had, I can't remember if Dean had damage. Dean had front end plate damage as well because of the comment.
Yeah, I had wing damage from because when the Ferrari spun,
Yeah.
I hit him, so I had
Oh, we
front
didn't
wing
catch that
damage
on
on
stream,
both
actually.
sides.
We saw the
Yeah,
Ferrari
so
spin.
I hit the back end of the Ferrari, it damaged my front wing.
Well,
So I had a
we
damaged
still
front
got a
wing for the last
podium,
20
so
laps.
I think
Yeah, I know.
that is to be happy with. Right, we'll move on to Snake Hips. Hello, sir. Right, so bit of a mad race with strategy there. Can you tell me what the madness was there?
The whole race was madness. It was ridiculous. Like I
We
don't
saw the
even know what to
strategies
say
from you
about
and the
that race.
Ferrari
Like,
under the safety car, and we was like, oh my god, we're on the third lap of the safety car and they've still not come in for fresh softs. What they're doing?
yeah, so we did.
Yeah,
So we beat everybody. We were the first ones in. When the safety car came in, we was just coming past the safety car line.
yeah,
We flung it in. We made it in, but
yeah,
we was going round.
yeah.
We got to the safety car,
But
so I
you was
slowed
held by the
down.
Williams, wasn't you? So,
But this was before, so we caught the safety car. Then it tried to let us pass, but we didn't realise. Time to
yeah,
slow down. Then we
yeah,
caught up with you. Then it was the domino effect. I hit the Williams somehow, cause in the middle of the corner. Like, yeah, I know we're following a safety car. But then I hit him, and then Caesar hit me, and then obviously I dived in. Another set of softs on again,
great recovery, John.
same. And then I went round again, and I don't know if that the second one was me paying attention, but I managed to tap the other car in front of me. And I got a 5 second go penalty, which I served when I hit my last set
Yeah,
of tyres, and I went all the way around again. And then I got a fresh set of boots, that one fastest lap, and then why we should have ghosting on. Got Glamboard on the racing line. He's going full speed. That's all sound. That's not an issue.
yeah. We saw what
Follow
happened
him.
with Glamborn. It was caught on the stream. He did swerve to the left, which was odd.
He either picks the racing line or he picks off the racing line. He picked the racing line, so I got the drag down, and then he should have just waited, let me go. I moved inside, and as I move inside, he moves inside. Like, just stay on the line. You pick the line, so
Yeah.
stay on the line. Just let me
I'd,
have the
I'd say
corner.
that
Do you know
was
what I mean?
Scarro's fault. Actually, he's on the racing
At
line,
that
then just
point,
goes, actually, now I'm going to go left. So it's a bit odd, but that is his fault, totally.
I've got like orange wing one side and a green wing the other, like a light green going into yellow.
Yeah.
So that just kind of like messed me race up. Caesar, we raced so well to start off with.
Yeah. We saw the battle. We literally, I think we caught about 15 laps straight of you two going head to head. It was insane.
Yeah, well, hello.
Yeah, can hear you.
Sorry, my pad went off. Yeah, my
Alright.
pad went off. Yeah, so we was racing sound. Like, I'm good at giving people room. Callum knows. Me and Callum can race so good next to each other. It's insane. But like, I give him the room all the time. But he's slamming the door shut, and I'm having to brake because I know
Yeah.
what he's going to do,
Yeah.
anticipating it. Like, just leave me the room. I've left you the room so many laps before. And then he's just slamming the door shut, and he taps me, which then knocks me left, off at grass, and then Callum comes flying past, and then I've got 4 laps of Callum trying to get past Callum on mediums,
Yeah,
and Caesar
we
just
caught the
fucks off in
beginning
front
of
of
it
me,
on
and that's my way race
on the
ruined.
stream. It looked like he just outbraked himself and couldn't. He just understeered into you. He couldn't do anything about it. It looked like.
But I was on the inside, he was on the out. He just turned into the apex. Like,
Yeah.
I'm obviously on the inside. I'm right next to him. It's not like I'm way back, because if he was
Right.
way back, I'd have just given the corner and followed him down. We
Yeah,
just slammed it shut.
Yeah, right. That's fair enough. So we'll leave that for you to talk with the stewards about that, and we'll move on to Callum. Callum once again. Wow. If you're there, Callum.
I won't say
Come on, get
wow,
on,
but
Callum.
yeah.
Come on, get on, Callum.
He invited me to this chat.
He is in here, I think.
So he should be here.
He is in the chat, but he is not speaking.
I'll speak on his behalf. He had a good race. I didn't see out from me. He had a
Can you
good
hear me
race,
now?
to be fair. Oh, is he there?
He just disappeared.
Oh, there we go.
Just
My mic
disappeared.
wasn't working for some reason.
Wait.
I started talking like a fucking lemon.
We'll get your interview then, Callum. Another race one.
Yeah, I think the battle in between Caesar and Steve obviously helped me a hell of a lot today.
Oh,
Being
definitely.
able to catch
Watching
him
you
up
extend
on the
those tyres was
mediums.
just insane.
Yeah, I mean, it was crucial under my first stint that I got out in, that I got ahead of Steve and was able to hold him up a little bit to allow Caesar to get a bit of a gap. And then during Caesar and Steve's second stint, Caesar was able to do a great job holding Steve up, so I could get out of the box just in front of him. And yeah, after that, I knew on soft tyres I had decent pace. So yeah, it was just about making sure I didn't bin it into a wall.
Well, that
But
is your top three for TOTD. Be sure to go to the Facebook page and check out the new rule changes for next season, and that will be it. Any last words, people?
Callum,
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
you never got past me. You never got
No,
past
you
me, man.
boxed.
Did you,